Today we're going to take you on a tour of Camp Branch here on Smithville Lake in Smithville, Missouri. We've been staying here for a few days and it is a beautiful spot. You're going to want to check it out. Come on. Hello and welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we are
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. That sounds like something you'd like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys.
Here is the entrance to Camp Branch. There's a little ranger station. The rangers have limited hours and there is an honor system when the rangers are off duty.
You can also buy ice and firewood right here at the ranger station shack. This is where you'll stop and pick up your paperwork when you get here.
Stay tuned to the end of this video to see what we liked and did not like about this park. There is a Kansas City Trap Shooting Association public shooting park here at the entrance of the campground. We do hear a few shots, but it's really not that loud and we don't even hear it at all inside of our RV.
Right after you pass the guard shack, you can come here into the dump station. When we got here, they told us to go ahead and pull over here and fill up with water. Most of the sites here are electric only. Some do have electric and water, but very few. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're coming here. They do have 4 stations for dumping, 2 on this side and 2 on the far side over there, as well as a bunch of dumpsters. And you can see right here that they have the not for drinking water. They do have a drinking water down there, so you can fill your tank if you have a site without water like we do.
Loop A is all primitive camping. The camp fees are $22 a night for primitive. And when you see the 50 amp sites, so they are 50 amp only, no water, and those are $40 a night. Primitive camping has picnic tables and fire rings, and you can pitch your tent pretty much anywhere in your site. There's a nice walking trail that goes all around the lake.
Each of the loops here have several spots that are on the lake, and even if you're not on the lake, a lot of the whole loop, wherever you park, will have a good view of the lake. You'll see where we are parked quite a ways from the water, but we still have a good view from our campsite. They have some pit toilets and some regular restrooms here, as well as bathhouses. That's a set of pit toilets there.
They do provide you with a large garbage bag upon entry, and you are expected to haul your garbage to the dumpsters, which are located throughout the park.
I guess they've had problems with people leaving their garbage thinking there was garbage pickup, so that was their fix to having to pick up trash after campers. This is one of the restrooms here. This one does not have showers. I believe there's one of these in each loop, and they are pretty decent. They're fairly well kept up and clean. Inside of the men's, there's 2 urinals and 2 stalls and 4 sinks. Allison's going to take you around inside the women's and show you what it's like.
Okay, let's go in the ladies' room. There's some sinks and 3 regular toilet stalls and a handicap stall.
They have these nice improved trails all throughout the campground. There are no motorized vehicles allowed on the trails. but they are paved and well maintained. We actually walked this one before we looked at the map, and I would say it's probably 2 miles from here to the end of the trail. They do have trails all throughout this area, even off of the campground, that go completely around the lake. So if you like to bike ride or just get out on trails and walk around looking at the scenery, it's a great place to come and do those kind of things.
This sign shows that C Loop is to the left and D Loop is to the right. They do have nature programs Fridays at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 7 p.m. seasonally, I think. There's a great playground here for the little ones. C Loop is also primitive camping.
As you can see behind me here, they do have a disc golf course. It's 9-hole and it's par 27. I think myself and Dean might be going out and gonna play some tomorrow. I've never played before. Have you guys? Leave us a comment down below if you like disc golf or dislike it, or you've never played.
There are several ponds here at Camp Branch, and of course the beautiful lake, so lots of fishing opportunities.
They have several of these shared water spigots throughout each loop. I have never seen any of them quite like this before. They're spring loaded. You have to push down here on this, and then the water will start coming out. So as you can see, you can't just put your hose on that and run it over to your RV unless you're just going to fill the tank. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
We are exiting the main campground. We're going to take a right here and go about 1/4 of a mile down the road and show you the Camp Branch Marina. Now we're coming to the Camp Branch Park Office, Marina, and Boat Launch. There's a little beachy swimming area roped off. Lots of sand. Looks like a nice time for a swim.
If you look across the water, you can see the RVs over there. That was over when we were in D Loop. So that's how close the actual marina and everything is to the campsites. Here is the boat launch, and you can see in the background there is the marina. There are a lot of nice looking boats in there, guys. Right here we have the park office, where you come up and get your lost and found or anything like that you may need. And then over here you can see the rest of the marina. That one's really tall over there. There's a lot of bigger boats in there. And then right here in the middle is the bait shop. And then more marina this direction. There is a lot of covered parking for boats here, guys.
Another campground operated by Clay County is Crow's Creek. That campground has over 400 campsites, and it also has some water hookups. We're not going to show you that one today though, maybe next time. We weren't able to show you the bathhouse, but there is one main bathhouse for the whole facility, and it's fairly clean. It could use some paint, but other than that, depending on the day of the week, because they are short-staffed right now for maintenance, it's pretty good.
Yeah, in the men's anyway, there were probably 9 or 10 showers. About 4 toilets and probably 6 sinks, so pretty good size, and like she said, in pretty decent repair. Now for our likes and dislikes. What did you like about the park?
It was a very nice park. Our site anyhow was very spacious. Some of the other spots are pretty tight. I love that we got such a beautiful view right on the lake. Lots to do, lots of open spaces.
Yeah, I would say for me, my biggest like was probably the view. It seemed like just about any site there had some type of water view, and a lot of them were right camped right on the water itself. So that I thought was really cool. How about any dislikes? Do you have a dislike?
That I couldn't stay there longer. I really don't have a dislike. Make sure that you do, if you're going in the woods, just like most other places, wear tick repellent. He picked up a little tick bite.
I did. I got a little tick when I was out playing disc golf with Dean. I would have to say my dislike was not knowing that we weren't going to have water before we got there.
That's my fault, though, not the park's fault. I didn't do my research.
But yeah, as you know, we are not campers. We are glampers. We are, what do we call them? Camp queens. That's us to a T. And when I rolled in there and the guy said, oh, you probably have water, you know, close enough to your side, I was like, okay, cool. But it wasn't. As you saw, you couldn't hook up to water unless you were one of the 6 camp host sites. Then you would have full hookups.
And there were only 3 camp host sites at this campground, and then 3 at the other campground that we weren't able to take you to this trip.
Right. But I did think it was really cool that they had a marina there, and you can actually, there were people that had jet skis and boats, and they would take them over to the marina, drop them in the water, and then drive the boats around and anchor them close to where their site was. So then they just walk down the water from their RV, get on their, or in their boat or on their jet ski or whatever, and go have fun for the day. So I thought that was really cool too.
That was. And we saw some deer and lots of birds and bunnies.
Yep. Some big old fat squirrels.
Yeah.
And one of the best parts was, as you guys saw, we got to hang out with Shalane and Dean from Grassroots Living. We had a great time with them. And the location of this place is really close to Kansas City. We're probably within an hour to downtown Kansas City. So, you know, you can get to, if that's your thing, going to cities, you can get to a lot of stuff in Kansas City pretty close by. Well, if you're liking this video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and hit the thumbs up. It'll really help our channel out, and all of it is free.
Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
We're coming to you from Elkhart, Indiana and the Alliance Rally.
Join us next time on Jarhead and Ginger's Journeys.